everybody, hey guys, what's there today? Welcome back to another episode of Halloween at the Manor. So this is going to be our haunt update video number 8. And this week I've basically been doing what I did last week. I've been working on some of the tombstones, kind of repairing them. And I have been making some more props for the walkthrough, as you can see by these two handsome gentlemen behind me. I've been doing a lot of corpsing on the plastic skeletons. And if you guys have never done corpsing, you really should give it a shot. All you have to do is just take a normal plastic skeleton that you buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, wherever, and you can turn it from this guy here, which is cool, into one of these guys, which is really cool. And all you need is a heat gun and some plastic, and that's pretty much it. Some paint, and that's it. So I've been working on all these guys here. They're actually going to be in the last row of the walk. That's kind of what we're imagining. We have these 3 here, then there are 2 more downstairs, so I have 5 in total. And we're gonna make a couple of more. I'm thinking maybe like 7 or 8 corpse skeletons, so we got a couple more to go here. We did end up picking up a 6-pack here from Home Depot. And so we got 6 skeletons. I think there are 4 left in the box here. So we have 4 here. So that's basically what I've been doing this week. We do have a video on the channel on how you do corpsing for a skeleton. I think it was back in 2020. I'll briefly take you through how I do it here. I don't want to go like full in depth and bore you, but I'll do a quick little overview of how you do it. Like I said, if you haven't done it before, it's really, really amazing. I always get blown away by how amazing a corpse skeleton looks. So anyway, why don't we get going here, and hopefully you guys are interested and enjoyed this one, and let's get going.
To corpse the skeleton, I like to use a plastic drop cloth. However, I have seen people use garbage bags, plastic store bags, and even saran wrap. I got this bag at Home Depot. It's the 2 mil thickness. I think this works better, but you can use a thinner version and it'll work just fine. The cost I think is around $4.50, and they do give you a discount if you buy more than 3 bags. To get started, cut off a section of the plastic drop cloth and start wrapping it around the skeleton. I usually start at the rib cage and work my way down, finishing with the head. However, you can start wherever you want. You can wrap the whole body with plastic first and then start using the heat gun, or go section by section. That's how I personally like to do it. Once you have one section wrapped and heat gun, you can kind of start building from there. So here's what I came up with for mine. You can add as much or as little plastic as you want. My overall focus is to get as much texture out of the plastic as possible. The more you run the heat gun over the plastic, the more texture you're going to get out of it. Now, I like to use stain to paint my skeletons, and you can use any color stain you want. You can also use paint if you have some lying around too. Cover the entire skeleton, front and back, with the stain or paint. Now, don't be afraid to really pile it on. Let the stain settle for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. After that time, take a paper towel and wipe off the excess stain. This is really going to bring out all the texture in the plastic. If you rub too much of the stain off, just go back over it with the brush you used. Now, if you want to try to get even more texture, you can dry brush on a color. I usually use some shade of yellow. However, you can use any color you want. In the past, I've used red, gray, black, white. I even used blood paint once as well, and that worked out pretty cool. If you go too heavy with the color, or you just don't like it, wipe it off with the paper towel and reapply the stain. Now, you do not have to do the dry brushing. If you like the way your skeleton looks with just a stain, go with it. The overall goal with the corpsing is to just make a nasty, rotten looking corpse prop that everybody is going to go nuts over. Alright guys, so that was a quick overview of how you corpse a plastic skeleton. I'll link our old video from 2020 in the description below. Like I mentioned earlier, you can do this to any degree that you want. You can make the skeleton look as decomposed or not as decomposed as you want. Just try and get as much texture as you can out of this guy. That's what really makes them look awesome. Now from a cost standpoint, corpsing is fairly reasonable. You just need a heat gun, some stain or paint, and the plastic. The biggest expense is the skeleton itself. They're usually around 30 bucks. You could probably make one of these guys for roughly $40 to $45, maybe cheaper if you already have the materials in hand. Now, I am sorry that this video wasn't that long. I really didn't do much this week other than the corpsing the skeletons and repairing some tombstones. However, this coming weekend, September 17th, we are going to start setting up the front yard. So stay tuned for our haunt update video number 9. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care. Bye.